Good evening, my name is Guillermo Estrada and I'm one of your Latinx Said 20 Under 20 list makers. I'm 15 years old and I'm in the 10th grade attending Wayne School of Engineering and Wayne Community College and was born and raised right here in Goldsboro, North Carolina, with amazing parents that originate from Yucatan and Puebla, Mexico. I first want to start off by expressing my gratitude that I have for this award. I applied to this award after weeks of wondering if I was good enough for it, and I pondered for many weeks because I felt like I had not done enough in my community to receive a recognition as high as this one. This achievement means so much to me because it means that my work is being appreciated, that all the several long nights and meetings have not been ignored. So for that, I thank the Latinx Said 20 Under 20 committee for this wonderful honor. I'd first like to start off by talking about how every time young Latinx people begin to make change in their communities, they're helping change the narrative for those that will come right after us. We should use this as motivation to work harder. Work harder in the sense of bringing up other Latinx people to create change in their community in all aspects, including politics, community service, advocacy, etc. As Latinx leaders, it is our job to empower others to rise to the occasion and change the narrative. Saying that brings me to my vision for Latinx people. In the next coming years, I want to see the Latinx community thrive into a community that is seen by others as vocal, resilient, and proud. In an age of misinformation, chaos, and negativity, fight to be different and fight to be the change. Sometimes we may feel that our voice isn't being heard, and when that happens, bring a megaphone. And if there isn't a seat at the table for you, bring a folding chair. Every time I work toward making my community and home a better place, I do it to inspire the next generation of young Latinx leaders. Even during a worldwide pandemic, we can still make a change. As most of you know, behind every great leader, there's an even greater group of supporters. I'd first like to thank my mom and dad and my sister Natalia. My mom and dad have always been there for me, driving countless hours to different events, and loving me just enough so it doesn't get to my head. You have never stopped supporting me. Secondly, I'd like to thank Miss Sandra and Miss Sarah, the women that I know as my American grandma and my second mother. Miss Sandra, you have been able to bless my life every day knowing that even though I don't have grandparents here at home, I'll always have one here who loves me just as much. To Miss Sarah, you have helped me accept my culture when I have wanted to reject it, and making me venture out and do things that I would never do and that are outside my comfort zone. Lastly, to my best friends, Jaden and Nora. Jaden and Nora, without you guys, 2020 may not have had as many blessings as it did. From late night FaceTime movie nights, to celebrating our achievements together, to making sure that our discussion boards are always done before the due date, we have always been there for each other. We are always pushing each other to reach for the highest mountains, and have kept me going even though I want to stop sometimes. My parents often tell me that friends don't last, but to me, you guys aren't my friends, you're my brother, and somewhat sister that I never had. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. Lastly, I'd like to let you know that my work sure isn't over yet. In the next 3 years, I hope to be graduating high school with an Associates in Arts from Wayne Community College, and hopefully attend North Carolina State University. As 4-H Southeast District President, I hope to be able to provide the best year the district can, even in a worldwide pandemic, and do the most I can for the 4-H organization. In the near future, I hope to increase the amount of recognition of Latinx people through the En Mis Zapatos podcast, highlighting Latinx achievements and accomplishments, which will be released in the winter of 2021. Overall, my goal in life is to serve others and hopefully inspire other young people to rise as leaders. If I had to describe the Latinx community in one word, it would be resilient. There's a quote by Martin Luther King Jr. that reminds me of resilience and the people and the list makers here tonight. If you can't fly, then run. And if you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl, but by all means, keep moving. And that is exactly what as a young Latinos we are doing. Thank you so much to the Latinx Said 20 Under 20 Selection Committee for this wonderful honor, and I look forward to continuing to lead a life of service.